I aim for the heart. From behind the shrub, I nudge my crossbow bolt through the crochet of leaves, the weapon's iron tip ready to fly. A remote figure is approaching, its weight shuddering the damp earth under my feet. Whatever creature this is, it's big. And it knows I'm here. I can tell from its pace. There's a sensibility to its gait. Thoughtful, considerate. My nostrils flare, drawing in the pungency of bark and fungi offset by a candied aroma, the sort that will rot one's teeth. Well, I've never liked candy. It's a frivolous delicacy that makes me gag. But there's one type of being in this world who dotes on all manner of treats. That fact reminds me this isn't a normal woodland. There's nothing human about this forest, except me. So much for entering the land of fairies without incident. Daggers of grass splay from the soil while exposed roots thread in and out of the surface. Ribbons of blazing white clouds peek through the eventide canopy, bringing to mind pale tresses that flap in the wind. Lark. Teal shadows remind me of eyes in precisely the same shade, the irises gentle and comforting. Cove. My chin trembles. I glimpse past the oaks to the path I'd taken here. It had begun with the fairy triad, the dividing line between my world and this one, where an oak, ash, and hawthorn stand sentinel. Then my route had continued into the colony of fireflies, where floating insects glow among the yews. Beyond all that, the spot where I had to say goodbye to my sisters less than minutes ago resides. I lock my jaw. I don't have the time or luxury for bereavement. Cove and Lark are gone, taken from me and parcelled out into their own horrors. Worrying about them won't benefit any of us. My fingers grip the crossbow's trigger. Perspiration beads across the nape of my neck. 3 steps into this trek, and a predator has already made its proximity known. I gauge its direction, estimating from which recess it will appear, at which degree to aim my weapon. One pull and the bolt's iron will accomplish the rest. True, this is hardly the wisest precedent to set. Fauna are sacred here. I've only just arrived in this woodland, and felling one of its inhabitants will do me no favours among its kin. However, if up against a famished animal, I'd prefer to keep possession of my limbs. Most especially my cranium. Only shoot if it attacks, I remind myself. Only shoot if I have no choice, I lecture myself. Several twigs snap to my right. The noise bites into the silence. My breathing accelerates as I fight to keep the crossbow steady. A gargantuan silhouette disturbs the underbrush. Offshoots crack beneath an unseen girth, the noise splintering through the weald. The sound lacks the telltale reverberation of paws, as well as the scrape of talons. Rather, it's the punch of hooves. Bushes quaver out of the animal's way. Ease of this trail, 30 paces off. The ground continues to shake, jostling my boot soles. I sink to my belly, my archery poised, and peer into the vegetation. How many times have I been in this position? How many times since I was 6 years old? How many times have I regretted it? Candles perch along the branches, as if they've germinated from the boughs organically. Flames bud from the wicks, sprinkling auroras of gold that penetrate the teal darkness with faint light. It's not enough to illuminate minute details, but it's enough to strike true. The hedges split. The creature stalks forward, one hoof crushing a toadstool and squishing the fungus to a pulp. Fables almighty. I keep still, hold my breath. I can do this. I grew up doing this. I have read 1,000 comprehensive pages about the fauna of this domain. I know every meticulous fact and cautionary tale, and... The shadow launches at me, tearing through the shrubs. I disarm, leap aside, and roll across the earth. Muck clogs my mouth, the putrid taste of feces assaulting my palate. I hack up the mire, snatch my weapon from the grass, and vault to my feet. The animal turns and gallops my way again. It's some predatory metamorphosis of equine, the entirety of its shape indecipherable despite the oak's candles. I race through the trees. The massive figure pounds toward me, its panting breaths pumping through the wild. My heels slip across a puddle of sludge, and I stumble into a creeper that snatches my hair. I yelp, fist the lock, and give it a tug. The instant those threads rip from my scalp, I flee.
To keep listening to this audiobook, I've left you a link in the description so you can do it. at no cost thanks to Audible's 30-day free trial.